Hello friends, my name is Hameed. Today I am working on this Fisher Paykel fridge. The customer's complaint is that it's freezing the food inside of the fridge compartment. The freezer seems okay, and today I'm going to replace this evaporator fan motor. The part number is 848320P, that's a papa. And this is the evaporator fan motor. This evaporator fan motor has 3 wires on it. Anytime the fan goes bad, it does not work properly. It cannot communicate properly with the main control board, and because of that it keeps running and running because one of the signal does not communicate with the main control board to stop it. But it keeps running and running and freezes everything inside of the fridge compartment. So today I will show you how to replace this fan. It's going to be a very easy fix and repair. For the whole job, we need only one flat screwdriver, that's all. First of all, I'm going to show you the model and serial number on this unit. Which is located right here. RF201ADX5N. That's the model number. In order to order the correct part, you need the product code, which is 25071-C. And of course your model number. In order to remove the shelves from inside, we want to open both doors fully and then remove them one by one. Hold it from the center and kind of pull it out. If possible, please mark it down where you're removing these, so that way when you reinstall it back in, you don't put it in the wrong position or wrong place. In the wrong place, that way you can put the food back in properly. To remove these shelves, what you can do is put your hand at the bottom and kind of lift it up a little bit and pull on it, and then it comes out on your hand. This last shelf, we are not going to remove it, but we can actually pull it this way out, so that way it's not in our way. And the next part we are going to do is we will remove that back panel. This back panel is also easy to remove. You put your hand here, pull on it, it just comes out because it has plastic tabs that's holding it in place, and then you can keep it on the side. Just like that. And now we got another part, which is this plastic piece. We are gonna pull on it. See, it comes out. Keep it on the side. See, the fan is running here. And then this part. We're gonna remove it. And the fan is here. You do not have to unplug the unit, you're completely on the safe side. This is a 12 volt DC fan. So if you look here, you can just add your screwdriver and pry it, the fan comes out. And then you remove it from here. In order to disconnect the fan, there's a white tab. You have to press on it with your nail and then pull it out. Here, you got it disconnected. This is the old defective faulty fan that I removed. Some people would think if the fan is running, it doesn't mean it's faulty. Yes, even if the fan is running, it does not mean it's still working. That means the inside electronics are the problem and it's not doing its job. It's not communicating. The main problem here is it's not communicating with the main control board. If the fridge is making noise, you can also always press the alarm mute, and then it's going to be okay for the next. It's going to be okay for the next couple of minutes. Again, this is the part number, and it's called 3-volt fan assembly. When you receive this fan, it comes with this extra cage. It comes with this sheet. You have to read the sheet, and we also got a couple bits and pieces. This one. These are the connectors in case if your fan is being used on a different model, which it's being used on a different model, you can cut those wires and add these connectors. But we don't need this because the connector, everything is looking the same. So for our model, the fan is looking like this. There's two ways we can do this. One, we're gonna have to remove these clips. See these plastic tabs? You can use a flat screwdriver to pry it out, or sometimes you can even use your nail if you're strong enough. So we're gonna remove this. You remove this cage, and now the fans are looking exactly the same. So you can install your fan closer to the back, the way it looks, as you kind of leave it. You see the open tab here, there's an open and cut in here. You're gonna line it up straight with that side. And then put your hand on the front and push it down. You hear that click noise, and then you can add your electrical wires back in. Just like that, and then you insert your connector back in. Make sure to push all of these 3 wires down closer to the back. It's not gonna get attached to the fan blade, but it's still, just to be on the safe side, you want it facing down right there. And the same thing here, these 3 wires, and now you can add your styrofoam back together. Before you add the styrofoam back together, you see this blue wire is kind of sticking out. You may want to kind of play around with it. If possible, use a screwdriver to kind of push it down. Be careful, you do not want to use a sharp screwdriver because you may damage the wire. Just go a little bit like that. You want it out of your place. Once you put this styrofoam piece here, it's gonna push it down. All the wires are gonna get pushed down. Seems okay. And now you can add this part. The trick on this part is, if you look at the front, there's a tiny plastic tab that gets inserted right here, and at the same time there's one plastic tab here, one on the left hand side. They go on the side. So when you install this back in, you see this, there's an opening here. Let me show you. See that slot in there? There's that slot, and there's another slot right here on this side. So those slots I show you, this part and the left hand side goes on those slots. So the way you're installing this is you have to line up the front here and then push down on it. So make sure it's flushed. See, it looks smooth and flushed. And now you can add your inside panel back in. In order to add this inside panel, I'm going to show you how it looks here. I'll show you from the back. This opening sits right here. So you kind of have to hold it. You may want to use 2 hands. Line it up from the bottom. Be careful when you reinstall this back panel, there's wire, the sensor wire, it's also sticking, so you may kind of wanna, let me show you. You may wanna also hold this wire to the back. I may have to use 2 hands here. The wire, the brown wire, you may want to bring it all the way in this area, not out but inside. So you kind of line it up at the bottom and then work on it, keep going up. See the way it looks flushed now? Flushed. And on this side it's also flushed, looks good. And of course from the bottom it looks flushed from here and from here. You're good to go now. And now you can add your shelving and everything back together. This shelf part, you kind of have to hold it and put it on top of those sliders and then push on it slowly, push on it, and then it sits down. So you open it, the other side is not sitting properly. It should not have that kind of flexibility. Look at this side is looking nice and solid, but this one is not. So what you can do is you have to kind of push it from both sides, and if you still see you're having issues, you may want to lift it up completely and then push it down again. Once you install your evaporator fan motor on this unit, right away you should not see that fan running. This fan that I replaced was running the whole time. It would never stop, and that was the reason why the fridge was freezing food inside. So once you install the fan back in, the new one, it should not be spinning unless you have the fridge in high temperature. You have it in coolest temperature, then it's possible that it may run. On this unit, on some of the units they have door switches, on some units they have reed switches. Again, if the door is open, the fan should not be running. When you close the door or when you close the reed switch, you close the door, the reed switch gets closed, the fan runs. Each unit is built differently, but long story short, if this fan is running 24/7, each time you look at it and it's running, that's your problem. Replace it and the food will not freeze anymore. When the food is freezing inside of the fridge, it does not mean that this is always the problem. It could be a temperature sensor, it could be the main control board. Again, most common part is this one. Thank you so much for watching my videos. You can follow me on Facebook, on TikTok, and you can also subscribe to my channel called Hameed Appliances Repair. Thank you.